NASDAQ futures are flat going into Friday's overnight trading. Tesla ended down $10 a share today, Apple up $3 a share, and Walmart up $1. Your stimulus checks may get a new twist because the push is underway to focus on whether you need more stimulus based upon tomorrow's numbers. What are tomorrow's numbers? New jobs numbers are coming out before the markets open tomorrow. I'll have details on what Wall Street's looking to and Congress is looking to in those numbers. Then, is there a child tax credit coming to you, or is that an act of publicity? Then the big shocker today, as a $50,000 student loan debt bill is actually getting to the finish line. $50,000 of student loan debt will be forgiven under the Biden administration if everything happens, and it could come sooner than you even think. Finally, the new jobless numbers were out this morning, and they're better than predicted. And I'll be answering some of your 2,000 questions in to yesterday's recording of Evenings LA. This is Evenings LA, part of a doubleheader. This broadcast and another one at 6:30. Thank you for joining me on LA, from Wall Street to Main Street, my home to your home, the most comprehensive business news across the board. And boy, also the most interactive. With 200 people in the room, let's see where we land tonight. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Also, like this video and consider becoming a member, Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VIP. The day started with the new jobless numbers. If you've been with me since April, you know every Thursday morning the new jobless numbers are revealed. Before the pandemic started, we were about 200,000 new jobless numbers per week. These are people who are newly going on unemployment. As soon as the pandemic hit, they shot up to 1 million a week and stayed at 1 million for 22 weeks covering on this channel. Every week that I was recording outside, week after week, 1 million claims. It slowly started to improve. Today's number, big improvement. 779,000 new jobless claims last week announced in the new jobless numbers before the market opened today, Thursday. That is the lowest number since November. That was below also what Wall Street was expecting. So it beat Wall Street's number. Wall Street was expecting 830,000 new claims. It came in at 779. That also showed a drop in continuing benefits. So where did the improvement come from? The improvement came from the Midwest. Illinois showed a drop of more than 55,000 new jobless claims, real improvement. But it was offset by California going the other direction, getting worse. California showed a rise of new unemployment claims by 46,000 in 1 week. So there you go. That is the jobless numbers released every Thursday, and those came out this morning before the market opened. But tomorrow we'll see the monthly number, which is the new jobs number. This is how many jobs are created. These numbers are important for purposes of stimulus because Bernstein, chief economist to Joe Biden, says he looks at a series of different numbers in determining where the administration and economic policy need to go. Hey, Pat, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. And he looks at jobs numbers and jobless numbers. And what is Wall Street expecting for tomorrow? Wall Street is looking to see 50,000 new jobs created for January. This is compared to a loss of 140,000 jobs in December. What are they looking at? They're looking at the best numbers in a while, and they're trying to see if that's going to come in as true. The real determining factor is leisure and hospitality, which has been really hard to predict. Michelle Mayer, head of U.S. economics at Bank of America Global Research, says we're focusing an increase of job creation of 200,000 for the month of January. It shows some improvement, certainly relative to December, when then we were losing jobs, contraction. The single factor should be leisure and hospitality, because that's where you have the biggest weakening in the December number. It also expects unemployment to stay at 6.7%. There you are. So is there a new child tax credit? Well, there is a new bill for it, but is it going to become law? It's not. Hey, Sandra, thank you for Dancing Pear. And Disco Dancer, Did you hear that Biden's sending a mask? No. Thank you for the big super chat for the dancing pair. I really appreciate it. The child tax credit is incredible, great news, but it's not going to happen this way. As you know, there currently is a child tax credit. It's been on the books for a while. There's a modification to the child tax credit in the third stimulus package from Joe Biden. But what's happened today? Mitt Romney wrote another bill. Oh, it's Thursday. Hasn't written a bill since Wednesday. Tomorrow's Friday. Mitt will have another bill for you again. So Mitt wrote another bill. It's called the Family Security Act, and it was introduced on Thursday. It provides a child tax credit bigger than Joe Biden. Hey, Sean Miller. Everyone welcome Sean Miller to the family. How are you? Welcome, Sean, for becoming a Purple Hawk. And if you're trying to become a Purple Hawk, reach the pinned comment or the description. So why is Mitt Romney's bill never going to see light of day? For three reasons. One, Chuck Schumer's never going to call for a vote. Remember, Chuck Schumer's now in charge of the Senate, so he's never going to call a Mitt Romney bill for a vote. That's number one. Number two, the bill's no bueno. It's no bueno. Why? Because the way he pays for the child tax credit is cutting your Social Security. Yeah, it's just never going to happen. Hey, Ida, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. No, cutting Social Security to pay for something else ain't going to work, as if Social Security is small enough. So that's never going to happen. If you don't know, Joe Biden's child tax credit modification does not involve cutting Social Security. Romney said, we have not had comprehensive reform of our family support system in nearly 3 decades, and our changing economy has left millions of families behind. Yeah, that's true. That's why it's in the third stimulus package. Hey, Carol, how are you? Everyone welcome Carol to becoming a Purple Hawk. I mean, Mitt Romney basically explained why we're passing the third stimulus package. He said we haven't had reform. Yeah, that's why it's in the third stimulus package. Don't have to do your bill, Mitt. Thank you. And, everyone at this point really thinks that the 2024 is going to be Mitt Romney and Josh Hawley trying to vow for the Republican primary ticket. And then came the big shocker today, and that was student loan debt forgiveness. Oh my goodness, that big news coming up in a second. But first, let me cut back to your stimulus check. You're going to be getting a stimulus check. $1,400 an individual, $2,800 a married couple, $1,400 a child, $3,200 adult dependent. Did I say that wrong? I said that wrong. Boy, it's one of those nights. $1,400 for $600. $2,300 adult dependent. There you go. The important thing to understand is that the bill was anchored with a process called the reconciliation. The reconciliation was passed earlier this week. And like a tow truck, it tows your bill to the finish line. $3,200 adult dependent. Sorry about that. The reconciliation bill was passed earlier this week. And as a tow truck of a tow hitch, the tow truck is dragging the tow hitch over the finish line. The tow truck was passed earlier this week. And like a tow truck, it has behind it a tow hitch. That has on it the $1.9 trillion stimulus package. It's now only a question of what day to vote on it, not whether, how, or will, or when, or by what means, but when. Hey, Bay, Bia, how are you? Thank you, Bay, for becoming a member of this family. Welcome, Bay, for becoming a member of this family. So adult dependents will get a $3,200 stimulus check, $1,400 for children, $1,400 for single individuals, $2,800 for married couple, and if you're on benefits, the same amount. FPUC will be $400 a week. $400 a week back to when second stimulus started. Hey, Julie, thank you for becoming part of this family. Everyone welcome Julie to the family. FPUC will be $400 a week back to the first week in which FPUC started under second stimulus, which is like the first week of January, all the way up to September. That's about 40 weeks. 40 weeks at $400 a week is about $16,000. It's a lot of moolah, a lot of money. And it goes on top of your PUA and UI, which could be $200 a week, could be $300 a week. If you did escalate benefits on this child, could be $400 a week. So $300 a week plus $300 a week, $600, $700 a week between FPUC and UI or PUA over 40 weeks. That's $20,000, $30,000. That's a lot of money. What are the other items in the third stimulus package? Stay with me, because in the video right after this, which comes in about 20 minutes from now, I'm back live on the continuation of Early Mornings and Evenings LA. I'll be going over the details of what's in the third stimulus package. But now, before we get to that, don't forget to subscribe. There's 1,000 people already in the room. Oh, but only 300 likes? Come on now. Get those likes going. Hey, King Reno, upgrading to Purple Power. My goodness. Love you, King Reno. And thank you for that super chat earlier. Get those likes going. Thank King Reno for upgrading to super purple power, and get those likes going. 1,000 in the room, but only 362 likes. Come on now, hit that like button to ensure we get up going. Let's see if we can get to 1,500 and 1,000. Is there a website for hazard pay? There is not. There is not. It's not law yet. Emoji, emoji, emoji. It's not law yet. Hazard pay, it's not law yet. But there is a particular website to go to watch hazard pay, and that's youtube.com/LLA. Tonight we'll be back at 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time with hazard pay. Thank you for the perfect introduction to a perfect plug. Tonight at 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time is a live chat recording of hazard pay. It's also at 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join me as I go over what was in hazard pay in the 2020 HEROES Act and may likely be in Joe Biden's bill exactly. It's a tape recording, but it's live with me in the chat room every night at 10 o'clock. So join me. And that's actually the best website to find out about hazard pay. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Also like this video. Thank you, Tarsha, for the super chat. And if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. The link is at the top of the chat and also in the description. All right, let's get to that incredible great news about the $50,000 student loan debt forgiveness. It's going to be law. It's just a question of what day. And there's so much excitement about this for so many reasons. This is a double hitter of recordings. Right after this, you're going to hear the $1,000 student, this $1,000 baby bill. Oh my goodness. Welcome Karen to a Purple Power. She's coming in right at Purple Power. Thank you for coming to Purple Power. What's important about this $50,000 student loan debt forgiveness is, one, it's becoming law. Two, it's now showing viewers how 2021 will be different than 2020. You're going to hear me send this message a lot because a lot of us have been overwhelmed by 2020, where you saw one bill and you just waited. Thank you, King Reno, for the big super chat. I really appreciate that. Thank you, King Reno. You saw a lot of stuff happening in 2020. You saw a lot of dragging of feet in 2020. And now in 2021, you're like, another bill? And then another bill, and then another bill. How can this be? That's what 2021 is going to be different. So if you see a bill that comes across that is written by a Democrat, that is co-signed by Chuck Schumer, and has the support of 4 or 5 or 6 Democrats, it's law. It's basically law. Why? Because Chuck Schumer is going to call for a vote. He's head of the Senate. He's the majority. And if you have enough House Democrats on board, it means it's going to pass. It's just a question of what day they call for a vote. So this is the first of 2 recordings tonight. The other recording right after this goes over the $1,000 baby bill, which that's going to happen as well. I mean, it's an issue of complete almost at this point. So let me go over this $50,000. The $50,000 was detailed first on this channel in October. In October, I told you that Chuck Schumer said that on day one, he wants Joe Biden to do an executive order for a $50,000 student loan debt forgiveness. That was on day one. Thank you, King Rhea, for the nice comment. And let's get these likes up. Come on, let's see if we can do 2,000 in the room and 1,000 likes. And no less than about 3 days after Chuck Schumer says he wants Joe Biden to do executive order 50,000 on day one, Joe Biden came back and said, I'm looking forward to a bill on my table on day one for student loan debt forgiveness. And we're like, wait a second, you don't want to do executive order? Why are you not doing executive order? Well, the news reports at the time said Joe Biden was concerned that he doesn't have the constitutional authority for that. Thank you, Jennifer, for the super chat. And that was November. Then Joe Biden came in, and we certainly didn't see executive order on day one. So, what is different today? Before I get to what happened with this bill, what's different today is a series of news reports in the last few days in which Joe Biden has reportedly told his staffers, in regards to executive orders, this is my position. If I think I can do it, I'm doing it. And if the Republicans don't like it, they can go sue me. That's his exact words. So he's going in a much more hot than he was a few weeks ago. Now he's in his position. I'm going big, I'm going bold, and I'm going aggressive. And if you don't like it, take me to court. The only way to challenge an executive order is in court. So with that change of portrayal, how Joe Biden February is different than Joe Biden November, let me explain to you what happened today. Today, Chuck Schumer and Elizabeth Warren met with Joe Biden. Hey, Felix, thank you for becoming I think it was a Purple Hawk. Yes, thank you, Felix, for becoming a Purple Hawk. Chuck Schumer and Elizabeth Warren met with Joe Biden today to discuss pushing the president and his people for an executive order for the $50,000. Understand the language of that. Pushing Joe Biden to do it by executive order. This is very important because you're going to see in a second what they also did. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you without spoiling it. What they basically are doing a two-prong approach. They're doing both executive order and they're doing a bill approach because they're not sure yet what Joe Biden wants to do for the $50,000. Does he want to go by bill or does he want to do it by executive order? On Thursday, Elizabeth Warren, Chuck Schumer, and Ayanna Pressley, who you're going to hear about several times today on this channel, because here again at 6:30, reintroduced a resolution pushing the Department of Education to allow it to forgive student loan debt. Presley issued a news Presley met with press to issue a news statement today that said the student debt crisis has always been a racial and economic justice issue. Warren said in a press release as well that Biden needs to forgive $50,000 in student loan debt as the single most effective executive order to kickstart this economy to help close the racial wealth gap. That's a quote. So it's important. You hear what she's saying in there is that she is referring to executive orders, even though they're doing a resolution, they're doing a bill. So they're doing a combination of both a bill and a combination of also an executive order push. At the 17-minute mark, I'm going to be going over in a second some of your 2,000 incredible questions, but I know what you're thinking, and I'm thinking the same thing. Hey, Margaret, how are you? Thank you for becoming a Purple Hawk. Let's crush that like button, Mary just said. And there's Regina, and oh my goodness, I missed two others. Regina and also Angela Quiones. Oh, my friend has the last same name. How are you? Welcome all three of them to this family. Welcome, and thank you for becoming Purple Hawks. In the video after this, in about 15 minutes after this video, 5 minutes after this video is over, this is a 30-minute video, I'll be back and going over with you the items that are in the third stimulus package. And I'll be going over other breaking news, including a $1,000 baby bill that will likely become law. What's important to understand is that you're suddenly seeing a lot of bills being introduced day after day after day. And for people on benefits that are waiting for their bill, be patient because you know what happened on Sunday. On Sunday, Elizabeth Warren appeared on broadcast news and talked about how benefits people need their bill introduced. Today, she did not one, but two bills today. She did this one, the $50,000 stimulus package bill, and she did, the $50,000 student loan debt forgiveness bill. And thank you, Tracy, for the super chat. And she also did the bill you're going to see at 6:30. So suddenly you see bill after bill after bill. And the incredible great change of events is that 2021 is a year in which you're going to see lots of bills hit very quickly and get support. And all you need to worry about is that Chuck Schumer's on board and that Democrats in both the House and the Senate are on board. So why is this bill going to happen? Because of the support. Hey, Jody. Um, Someone's asking questions about child tax credit. So remember when talking about the child tax credit, it's currently law. If you want to know about anything that's in the, remember when you're pulling up the PDFs as a member and you're looking at the January 23rd PDF, let me see if I pull that out actually so I can use an actual visual for you. Um, when you're looking at the January 23rd PDF, here it is right here. And this is what it looks like. When you're looking at it, and you're looking at the items on there, and you get down to the tax credits down here, tax credit here, and tax credit here, and tax credit here, and you're reading, you're like, oh, that might apply to me. Understand that all three tax credits are currently law. Just Joe Biden is modifying the amount and modifying the age. One is from age 16 to age 17. So if you read through and think, I think I qualify for it this year, go to irs.gov and look it up. And they have wonderful, very straightforward pages that explain how they currently work as law. What's happened is that because this is in the package, now everyone knows about something that already existed but didn't know it was there until Joe started talking about it and this channel started talking about it. All right, so let's cut back to the incredible big news about why this $50,000 student loan debt is going to get finalized. Because not only does Warren support it and Presley, but Chuck Schumer, who's going to call for a vote, he's head of the Senate, and 14 other senators and 45 other House representatives have co-signed the resolution which was introduced today. Wow. This is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. And so it's important to understand is that of the items that are in the third stimulus package, every viewer of this channel qualifies for about 4 to 5 items. And as Purple Hawks, hawk, you should be ready to pounce and get all that big money. We all, hey chats, thank you for becoming a Purple Hawk. We should all be ready to get that money. It's important to understand that as you see bill after bill done, the next bill on path may be the bill you're looking for as well. Let me answer some incredible questions and comments from yesterday's recording as well. Sheila Farley, it's not going to be bipartisan. It's just going to be do the darn thing. She's right. I laughed about this. Hey, Angela, thank you for the super chat. I laughed about this on Joe Biden's inauguration speech or his when he got sworn in. He said, "I want America to be bipartisan and do what I want to do." No. I want you to be bipartisan and follow my lead. Marcella Brooks. It's small Biden didn't do that. Carolyn McKnight, Maria Reyes. When will they send us the checks? Not law yet, but count out about 10 days to start from when it becomes law. We certainly know that people under second stimulus, some are still getting the checks this week under second stimulus. Other got it the first day. So there's something that was under Steve Mnuchin. Rounding times could be much better under Janet Yellen. Patrick Garrison. This should already be law. Why are they dragging us through the darn mud? Thank you. Kathy Doan. How does that sound? Give it to the people. Don Major. Congress is not a contest. Lawmakers are not contestants. They are voted to represent the people. And that putting them in, not some party. Well, they're at the casino every Friday night, so I guess they're at some party. Delana. He sounds like he's a Nancy. I don't know who that's referring to, but someone's a Nancy. Sharon Rosenberg. Sharon Rosenberg actually writes stage directions for her comments. I love that. I've never seen a viewer that writes stage comments in their comments, stage directions in their comments. So she says, read this with male narrator talking. Uh, you can see the comments are very elaborate on this channel. Male narrator talking. Okay, so I guess I'm supposed to do a male narrator voice as opposed to I'm doing some other voice in this channel. Uh, Introducing the new one-of-a-kind innovative iDrive Apple. Strive to drive an iDrive Apple today. Okay, so she she wanted me to do a narration for the Apple car. Tammy Wolf. What about bad credit forgiveness? Yeah, they're not doing that bill anytime soon. Tony Rigo. When are we getting a check? Carolyn, hello, how are you? Carolyn, welcome to the family. And there's Felix with the cat or the dog. Everyone, welcome Carolyn to the family. How are you, Carolyn? Um, Tony Rigo likes donuts. Maybe. When are we getting a check? Yeah, donut. Gabriel Salinas. Enough talk already. We need our checks now. Denise Layfield. How much longer do the American people need to wait for the $1,400 check? Good question. Uh, donut. Donut. Damon Gotti. It feels like I'm in the Terminator movie. They all be bark. I don't know what that means. Lee Schellenberger. Third stimulus package should be based upon 2020, not 2019. Our incomes were affected by 2020, not 2019. Don't worry. If you got the this is what I've been trying to cover over the last few days is that chatter from the Republicans earlier this week got a lot of people confused, and that's not happening. So just stay with me and let's go over what's in Joe Biden's third stimulus package. So now at the 26-minute mark, let me cut back and tell you where you are. $1,400 stimulus check, $2,800 stimulus check for married couples, $3,200 for adult dependents, $1,400 stimulus check for children, and $1,400 stimulus check for Donut Guy. I assume Donut Guy is single. I mean, he doesn't lift a hand. I mean, who would be married to Donut Guy? Honey, can you? No, I'm eating my donut. Can you see what I'm doing here, honey? I'm eating my. Yeah, I don't think Donut Guy would get married. It's just he doesn't want to lift a hand. I mean, imagine Donut Guy in the bedroom. Imagine Donut Guy in the bedroom. It's just like, just tell me when you're finished. I'm ready to have my donut already. So hit that like button, please. 891 likes. But the good news about Donut Guy is that if you get busy, you could get $1,000 stimulus check for the baby bill. Now, I got to pre-warn you, before you watch the next video after this, hey, King Reno, thank you for the dancing bear. Before you watch the video after this, in the video, I want to pre-warn you, in the video after this, I am talking about a $1,000 stimulus check if you get pregnant. Please, please do not watch that video and say, I got pregnant. Do I get that $1,000 check now? No, it is not law yet. So please don't watch that video. I think it's time for you to go check. I need my government Jesus, Danny. I just know that someone can say, I got pregnant. When am I getting my check now? No, it's not law yet, but congratulations on the pregnancy. Uh, I trust me. Trust me. And I know someone's going to blame it on the internet connection. I thought it was bad internet connection. I thought you said if I get pregnant, you give me $1,000. No, no, so pre-warn, that video's coming up right after this. But let me give you the big update, the 28-minute mark with 1,600 people in the room, and Angela with the dancing pair, 1,600 people in the room and 1,000 likes. Thank you for getting those likes up. Let's see if we get to 2,000 people in the room. Pregnant 2021. Yeah, it's just, yes. Please don't get pregnant based upon stimulus offers. I just hope you just don't get pregnant based upon watching a stimulus channel. Now, you do know that people have told me, that, husband and wives, how they watch me while, yeah, I covered that in November and October. Not saying that on camera. But yeah, husband and wives do watch me while, yeah, apparently. I'm the third person in the room. Okay, so Whatever. Uh, $1,400. Did you get pregnant while watching me tonight? Tell me. Drop in the comments below. $1,400 stimulus check. $2,800 stimulus check if you're a married couple. $1,400 for child. $3,200 for adult dependents. I just know Donut Guy's just like, he's just talking about all this stimulus for people who aren't even born. How can you talk about stimulus check for people who aren't even born? I've been watching you with my donut. I don't have the check yet. 1,600 people in the room. Well, there's 1,600. There's actually 1,647 people in the room, but maybe just a second ago we added another one. Uh, Thank you. Thank you, Melissa, for becoming a Purple Hawk. Uh, there's Bea for the cat. Oh, meow. Did you ever think stimulus would be like this? I didn't. I didn't. um, the big update as you sit here tonight is that you're going to see a $50,000 student loan debt forgiveness. We're going to see it either by executive order or we're going to see it by bill. It's not a question well, it is actually a question of both how and when. So we don't know what day, but we also don't know how. We see Chuck Schumer. Hey, Jenny, thank you for coming to Purple Hawk. Everyone welcome Jenny to the family. Everyone welcome everyone else who's joined the family. We don't know if Joe and thank you, Scott, for the dancing pair. We don't know if Joe is going to agree to it by executive order. That's why Chuck and Liz have now presented it by resolution to pass it also by bill. So over the next few days, we're going to see the incredible traction for this. One thing I got to say about this $50,000, it was buried. It was not front page news. You may not have heard this anywhere else. You may not have heard of the $1,000 baby bill coming up on the video after this either, because these were not big news stories today. They were buried. And that's what I've been doing for you is diving for pregnant stimulus stories. Hey, Ally, do you have any more pregnant stimulus stories today for me? Yeah, that's masterclass. There you go. At the 32-minute mark. Thank you for joining me on Evenings Ally. I'm back in just about 3 minutes with the continuation of this show. What's going to happen is this video is going to end, and then a new video will go live. Watch for that stream. It'll jump in the room. That will be another 30-minute video. It'll go into the items that are in the third stimulus package and that $1,000 check if you got busy during this video. Again, it's not live yet. Thank you, Eric, for becoming part of this family. Everyone welcome Eric to this family. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. 1,600 people in the room, 1,100 likes. Wow, those are great numbers. Wonderful numbers. Thank you. Thank you so much. Also, like this video. And if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member like Eric. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VIP. The link is in the pinned comment or the top of the description. See you in 5 minutes with the continuation of Evenings Ally.